It's so racist. They wanted to know how brown the baby's gonna be. I'm like, that's not racist. Because even black people want to know how brown the baby gonna be. Oh, wow. Wow.
In California, we're just a regular couple living close to Oprah and far from the paparazzi. Woo! But not too far.
What? No more following Granny's rule.
You sure about that?
If I want to play polo in my living room, who's gonna stop me?
Stop that!
Right away, Megs.
Yeah, they were very worried about their safety, which I get that aspect of things. After 6 episodes, I wanted to attack them.
Meghan said that she and Harry actually got married 3 days before the royal wedding. Great, now I feel like a fool for waking up at 5 a.m. to watch 2 married people get married.
When Chris Rock took the stage for his Netflix special and turned his spotlight on Meghan Markle, it was instantly clear, this wasn't just comedy. This wasn't just another roast. It was a verdict. To understand how Meghan and Harry's narrative unraveled, we need to look at 3 key moments: Chris Rock's brutal takedown that exposed the core weakness in their story, the entertainment industry's relentless wave of comedic jabs that followed, and the most damaging evidence of all, the contradictions in Meghan and Harry's own words. While many comedians were chasing laughs, one stood apart. Bill Maher wasn't just cracking jokes, he was handing down judgment, rooted in philosophy and sharper than any punchline. His take is one you have to see to believe. But first, let's return to the moment where it all began, the takedown that shattered their narrative. On Netflix, Chris Rock wasted no time calling out Meghan's most shocking claim, that during her Oprah interview, she insisted she had no idea who the royal family really was. Rock met that statement with pure disbelief, and so did the audience.
Gone on Oprah, I didn't know. I had no idea how racist they were. That's the royal family. You didn't Google this?
The audience loved every second of it. But Rock wasn't just chasing laughs, he was dismantling her claim in real time. By pretending to play along and mockingly agreeing with Meghan, he highlighted just how absurd her assertion really was.
What the is she talking about? She didn't know. The it's the royal family. They're the original racists.
And once he exposed the absurdity of her story, Rock drove the point home with a blunt, cutting analogy, simple, harsh, and impossible for anyone to miss.
That's like marrying into the Budweiser family and going, they drink a lot. This invested in slavery like it was Shark Tank.
From there, Rock turned to Meghan's other major complaint, once her "I didn't know" defense had crumbled. He argued that what she labeled as racism wasn't some shocking revelation at all, but rather something far more ordinary, even trivial.
Some of that she went through was not racism. It was just some in-law.
But Rock saved his most brutal strike for their most explosive accusation, the claim that the royal family was concerned about their baby's skin tone. With one simple, razor-sharp observation, he cut straight through the allegation and dismantled it completely.
I wanted to know how brown the baby's gonna be. I'm like, that's not racist. Because even black people want to know.
The message was crystal clear, and the takedown was brutal. Rock didn't hold back, but he was only one voice in a much larger, worldwide wave of satire. Soon, it felt like every comedian on the planet was piling on. The first barrage came from British humor, mercilessly mocking Meghan and Harry's new life in America, but the jabs quickly spread from every corner of the globe.
I'm here to tell my truth, and make a ton of money out of podcasting, as I don't have any discernible talent.
In the British puppet satire, Harry was depicted as lazy and completely detached from reality, a caricature that struck uncomfortably close to home.
Harry, you're such a moderate achiever. How do you stay at the top of the middle of your game?
An early start's important, so my butler Perkins gets up at 5 a.m. and does a 10k.
The show portrayed him as still clinging to the royal status he claimed to have left behind.
When he gets in, he wakes me up and Googles to see if I'm still 5th in line to the throne.
5th in line?
Yeah, if Kate and Wills have any more kids, I'll move down another.
Their massive Netflix deal was endlessly mocked as nothing more than a blatant cash grab.
What about television? Do you have a Netflix account?
Yeah, It's got about $9 million in it.
Marmalado.
Their massive Netflix deal was endlessly mocked as nothing more than a blatant cash grab.
Just a regular couple living close to Oprah and far from the paparazzi. But not too far.
American late-night shows had been mocking them for years, while British comedy zeroed in on their new life abroad. On Saturday Night Live, for example, a recurring sketch about the two princes always kicked off by highlighting their strange and awkward dynamic.
We'd like to apologise. Unfortunately, William's hair was unable to make it this evening.
In those sketches, Harry was always cast as the dimmer brother, struggling to keep up and constantly out of his depth.
Was the Quidditch match Ron Beasley?
Who's Ron Beasley?
The redhead one.
It's Ron Weasley.
Who cares?
Everyone cares.
Nobody knows that.
Potter makes up half of England's economy, man.
And the sketches always ended the same way. Harry would crack a joke at William's expense, William would blow up in anger, and Harry would quickly backpedal, scrambling to calm him down.
Oh, just shave it, Will.
Okay, just shut up about the hair.
What hair? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I made him mad. I love you.
Another running gag took aim at Meghan's acting career, with constant jabs at how little impact her role on Suits actually had.
My brother's fiancée, Miss Meghan Markle, is on the American program Suits.
Yes.
The only difference between that show and this is people watch.
At one point, they even joked that Suits was so boring it could be prescribed as a sleep aid.
Whenever the kids are being fussy and not going to bed, she puts on an episode of Suits and they're out.
What are you doing? Look at that.
This theme kept popping up on late-night TV, with hosts like Colin Jost cracking high-profile jokes about Meghan and Harry's steadily fading relevance.
Trade deal with the UK that will reopen British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these.
Others, like Jimmy Fallon, poked fun at bizarre moments from Meghan's own Netflix series Live to Lead, highlighting odd behaviors that left audiences completely baffled.
Does Meghan Markle make her own pretzel bags? They don't know why.
That's interesting. She takes it from one bag and puts it in another bag.
It's another bag.
That confuses people.
Fallon also mocked their confusing claim that they were secretly married before the official royal wedding.
Meghan said that she and Harry actually got married 3 days before the royal wedding. Great, now I feel like a fool for waking up at 5 a.m. to watch two married people get married.
But after Harry and Meghan stepped down from their royal roles, the ridicule took an even stranger turn. Madame Tussauds in London removed their wax figures from the royal family display, while Conan O'Brien dedicated an entire show to joking about what their future might look like.
I was curious what they did with Harry and Meghan's wax figures, so I found a museum employee who's temporarily storing.
Conan even brought on a supposed museum staffer who claimed to have a bizarre attachment to the wax figures, pushing the joke into absurd territory.
Oliver, you have generously offered to keep the wax figures of Harry and Meghan safe.
Yeah, that's correct. And if I may, I would just like to say that I'm definitely not using the wax figures for sex stuff.
The segment wrapped up with a punchline that was as strange as it was painfully awkward.
We're in a loving home, and I treat them better than the museum ever did. They didn't appreciate Meghan's soft hands or Harry's supple.
I take better care of them than the museum ever did, the character declared, insisting the figures were now in a loving home. He even joked that Harry's soft lips and Meghan's delicate hands had never been properly appreciated.
My name is Megan Sussex now. Call me Meghan Markle one more time, Mindy Kaling.
The mockery only grew more chaotic once it spread from professional comedians to online creators. Influencers began parodying scenes from Live to Lead, Meghan's Netflix series. In one viral moment, for example, Mindy Kaling casually calls her Meghan Markle, prompting Meghan to awkwardly, and rather smugly, correct her with her new title.
We are such great friends, like besties. Like, I love her. Like, she doesn't know my name, but we're best friends.
They also mocked her tendency to drop the names of celebrities who, in reality, didn't seem to be her genuine friends.
Take the snack out of one bag and then move them into another bag and then label this new bag.
And of course, one of the most notorious moments from her Netflix lifestyle series, the bizarre scene where she pointlessly rebagged snacks, was instantly parodied.
I'll be honest with you, before I watched it, I was not a fan of this. But now I've actually heard their side of the story, I f***ing hate them.
From influencers to late-night hosts to puppet shows, the ridicule spread across every corner of entertainment. But the stand-up stage proved even harsher than these TV-friendly jabs. Comedians like Simon Brodkin went straight for the jugular, admitting that it was the couple's Netflix documentary that pushed him into outright hostility toward them.
Making interesting points about racism and misogyny. Then they start calling each other H&M, and I just thought, oh dude.
It was the small, self-important details that drove him crazy, like their fake,